Okay. Alright. So I want to talk about the Ruin DLC from the beginning of the trailer to the end because there's just a lot of things that just are weird. And then I will be making another one about like the theories that I have because there's quite a lot. It's interesting. Anyways, so we know at the beginning of the trailer we see Cassie jump in through the broken window, but what we also can see in the shot is graffiti, meaning that other people have been here, which leads which has been leading me to think like, okay, if Gregory is truly stuck down there, how has no one else found him? Because there's clearly been signs of people going in there, and I know someone's gonna be like, well, later in the trailer she has a walkie-talkie, but if he had this walkie-talkie all along, why didn't he use this to try to help? Why didn't he communicate to Cassie to get out? Why is this all of a sudden now the walkie-talkie the importance of their communication? And then also too, on top of that, so the next thing we end up seeing in the trailer is is the animatronics and their state of disrepair. Because we know, well, I can't say we know. We think the common theory that I've been seeing is that the Ruin DLC is taking place after Afton's boss fight, where everything goes basically to hell. But I don't think so. I don't think it will be because, and I say because very loosely here, we see all of the animatronics destroyed at the okay. Then we see the Pizzaplex get destroyed at the end. Now, let's just say some miracle they survived being destroyed, okay? Then let's add on to the fact of we're trapped in the lower ends of the Pizzaplex, somehow still alive, knowing that this has been days or even months after, okay? Because it's not exactly like this is just going to be the couple hours later. Like, I don't think it's going to be like that. There's been graffiti, there's been maintenance done, there's been a lot of stuff that's showing that it's been there's time has passed and Gregory is somehow still down here and alive, which is kind of weird. Unless Gregor, not sorry, did I say that backwards? I said that backwards. Did I say? I think I said Freddy instead of Gregory. Because Freddy, I think I said that backwards. Anyways, Gregory, we like everyone thinks Gregory's a robot, and this would further like have proof because there's no way a human's gonna be alive trapped down there unless there's food somewhere. But I don't think there is because we know the lower floors is abandoned unless he's eating trash. But like even that's just a stretch on its own because we know Freddy has his sharp claws, so he could probably dig. But even that again is a stretch. So we don't really know how he got down there or even how he's still alive. Well, actually, I lied. We don't know how he gets down there. We don't know how he's still alive down there, is my point I'm trying to make. So, let's say, magically, he's still alive, okay? Then, how is Cassidy going to get down there and get to him when there's... Let's put the animatronic... Okay, let's put this in a frame, right? So, the Pizzaplex has been destroyed, which means I don't think there's going to be clear entrances into the down the basement unless there is. And I say unless there is because, right, we know that it has been getting renovated, and we know that people would be clearing debris and stuff out of there, and all that, the stuff that shouldn't, basically, the rubble and all that. So we know that there would eventually be somebody who finds him, because I highly doubt he's just sitting there in silence if people are going in there. That's why I don't think it's him. I don't think he's trapped down there. Because, okay, like I was just saying, people would have been, because they've been renovating, they've been cleaning up the place. So why would Gregory sit there idly listening to people coming in and coming out? But then you could say, well, maybe he doesn't. Maybe he can't hear them. Okay? So then how does he get in hold of Cassidy? See, there's so many what ifs and buts and ands in this goddamn trailer that I'm just so confused. Because we see the animatronics are down there somehow, which means there's a way to get down, which means there should be a way for him to get up and leave, but he can't. And I want to know why that is, because we see, okay, going on towards the end of the trailer now, we see that Cassie finds, actually no, I'm skipping too far. We see that the locations are all in bad shape, which meaning time has passed. like I've been saying. Time has definitely passed through these locations, which means that he's probably dead if he's not a robot. I don't think he's alive. I think we're gonna find Afton and the Blob. I don't think we're finding Gregory. Because, okay, now if we go to the end of the thing, right, whose mask do we find? Vanessa. Where's Vanessa or Vanny? Because people think they're the same character. I think they're the same character. It's just too common now. We're just going to leave that aside. We're not going to touch that. But, okay, let's just say they are for this, right? Where is Vanessa? We find the mask of Vanny. We find her mask. But where is she? I'm going to assume that she's probably not there anymore. But if she... Actually, hold on, no, I capped. Because if she is there, right, we find the mask, I feel like she would still be there. I feel like she could, emphasis here, be clearing out the way for Afton, or to get to Afton, because we do see the Blob take him in the end, right? That would explain why the mask is there. But you know what it wouldn't explain? Gregory. Why do we hear Gregory down there? We don't know if Afton or the Blob has the ability to mimic people yet, but if it's true that that's not Afton and that is a mimic, that would make sense. But then again, it wouldn't. Because, right, there's so many things I'm stuck on that make no sense, and I shouldn't be stuck on these because right now it's just trailer. It's just supposed to show a story importance, but I'm sitting here baffled at it because, right, so the confusing mess that it is, we see Vanny's mask, we see it get put on, we see it have a game effect, it's the little virtual reality effect on reality. What is it called? It's augmented reality. There it is. We see it have an augmented reality type of visor built into it, so we know from that alone that that's probably how Afton's been controlling Vanny. Okay, now if we go. If we want to press deeper into this, we know that Vanessa doesn't ever remember anything that Vanny does. So that could be him taking control of her through this visor. We know if Cassie puts it on, I don't think it's going to do anything, because I think that Afton, I don't know, it's weird, because she puts it on and there doesn't seem to be any effect. No, because in the trailer she puts it on, there's no effect, but we do see a jump scare, but I don't think that jump scare is going to be what we're thinking it's going to be. It's not going to be she puts it on and she sees this bunny. No, I think, even though it's all glitchy, but I think that's from the mask, I think the bunny is Afton's new body. I think that's Bonnie, and Bonnie was being used as another host body for Afton, because Afton, we saw Afton in such disrepair, but what if he was in disrepair on purpose? What if she was removing the parts and the pieces of metal to put him into a new body so he could move more freely? Because we saw how crippled and disgusting it was when he moved. He wasn't exactly human anymore. He's just rotting flesh and charred bones. So I think that she put him into Bonnie, and now that he's taking control of Bonnie, or he's using Bonnie as some sort of thing to keep Vanny in check, because we do see through the mask, because this is right where I'm saying like the mask thing confuses me, because you could easily say that, or you could say that because of when the mask gets put on, you then see Bonnie. Bonnie could be some sort of like, hey, the person wearing the mask is now losing control, and he's there to enforce the control that is being put in place by Afton. I could be wrong about that, but that's what it seems like, because he is very texturalized, like he looks animated, but it could just very well be the mask. I don't know. I'm losing my mind because these things are so simple, but they lead into weird things. Like one thing I was seeing was not even seeing. I was just thinking, because in general we see Cassie, but Cassie looks very. I feel like Cassie would just be a different. Sorry, not a different. The younger version of Vanessa before Vanessa became who she is. And if that's true, that Cassie is Vanessa before who she became, I should say, because of Afton, it could be that the canon ending is them all getting out together, and what we're seeing in the destruction of the Pizzaplex is us slowly just doing what we have to. I think, because what I think it is we do the Afton ending, and then from there, we do the Pizza Quest, the Pizza Quest, the Princess Quest games, because we know in the Princess Quest games, right, that it slowly breaks the control of Vanny, but we don't truly know how the control works on her or how the mask truly ever works, because if there's a way to break the mask, because we don't know that, right? We don't know if it's like she puts the mask on and now she's no longer in control, or if the mask, or if just Afton is just like, alright, it's time for you to free roam now. We don't know how that works. We don't know if she's truly in control or if it's truly Afton doing all the work. So it could be the fact of either one of those endings, the good ending or the Afton ending, could be canon in here, because we don't understand truly how all this works. And I think it's going to be the happy ending is the one that is going to take. I think Afton dies down there, and I think that we broke the programming on her, and that's her slow descent through madness. We see her slowly descending from the broken animatronics from Gregory's work to because we know there's 3 games. Every time you do a game, it would break a hold on her, and then in the end, we'd free her, and it would just be a happy ending. But happy endings suck. I don't think so.